Today I invite you to the grounding magic of tea ritual. This is Pagan Crafting and I'm Cara. Tea ritual and magic goes back centuries. It goes back thousands and thousands of years through many cultures use tea ritual. There are spiritual tea ceremonies, such as in China or Japan. You could use tea rituals for your daily mundane magic. You could use it to help calm and center yourself. You could use it to change your mental health, different ways. Tea ritual is about meditation, introspection, contemplation, taste, feel, smell, taking it all in, the warmth, closing your eyes, feeling everything about the tea. And in some tea ritual, you do not even have to drink the tea. At first, I smelt the tea that was provided for me in my tea bag, and this tea is from a friend of mine. She's a Patreon member, and we have become fast and furious friends. I have in my tea witchcraft book I purchased recently, I'm using her tea tag as a bookmark here. It says, "Enjoy a pot of tea from Jody." And this is a 100% organic blend she's designed, and it's her latest blend of tea. But this is a tag that came with the tea, and the rose buds are so big and beautiful in it, and the smell is so divine. I love dandelion root. I use that a lot in my brews. I harvest it once a year, and it takes me, I just do it one day. I don't want to, you know what, it goes by pretty fast. It's not like a whole day that I harvest. It's the cleaning the same day that takes a whole day. And it just, so it's kind of nice to enjoy just a pot of tea with some different blends with the dandelion root, so I can appreciate her blends. Now, when making your ritual tea blends, and I invite you to stop once a day, night, anything, just make it once in 24 hours. It doesn't matter what time of day or evening you do your tea ritual. Part of a tea ritual, I believe, is that it's a way to create moments of stillness, to stimulate mindfulness, to reduce stress, to reduce anxiety. It's to help nourish your body, create a calm and connection with yourself. It's a time to just stop. I didn't pour a full cup. I only have a half cup, so I may enjoy it right away. I may sip it all during my ritual, or I may not even drink it at all. There are some teas that I have that are these little teeny tiny green leaves, and they expand these little pieces of popcorn into these giant, like, I got salads in my teapot. It is so cool to watch them unwind and unblend and watch the colors form. I used to drink them in large glass mugs just so I can see the leaves unfold, because most of teapots are solid color. So I have something that was very, very beautifully gifted to me. My mother gave this to me for my birthday this year, and I'm enjoying my tea blend from my friend Jody with my new teacup from my friend Sarah, who also makes her own tea blends, who I'm going to feature in another episode. So interesting, these coming together. I love seeing that I got this see-through cup gifted to me recently, and I enjoyed butterfly pea tea with just lemon in it earlier today when I was crafting, and it was so cool for the first time in a glass teapot to see just the stream of the blue dye just trickle into the water. It was just so beautiful, and I wound up just staring at it, enjoying, and I let it steep for a long time. There's not much taste to the butterfly pea tea, but that is like a good throat chakra one. Ooh, we'll get to our throat chakra, our chakra ones here in a moment here too. I have some stories to tell about that. But when you're drinking your tea, I invite you to smell your herbs, your flowers, whatever, your bark, whatever you're putting in, your pine needles. Smell everything first. Close your eyes. Close down one of your senses and take everything in. Can you hear the leaves unfold in the water? What do you smell? How does it make you feel? Smell the herbs before you add the water. Smell the herbs after you've added the water. That's just a perfect amount of blend of everything. It's a beautiful blend. Now you can, as I was saying, you could watch the leaves unfurl into your cup. You can watch them change color in the water. After your second steep or third steep, you can always pour off your first steep, which some people do. You don't drink the first one. The first steep of tea usually is more aromatic. You're gonna have more of the floral, the senses. It's like taking that sip of wine. Half your breath is the scent, the other half is the drinking. And why not do that with tea if you're doing that with wine? Clean your palate, enjoy. You can even create a playlist of music that you may like in the background, and this will also trigger your mental state every time, knowing that it hears that music, what is going to happen. When getting, let's just say, when you get comfortable, when you're having your tea ritual, get as comfortable as possible. Put on those jammies if you want to. You got a couple pairs of onesies? Hop into that. Hop into your favorite chair. Maybe it's your favorite blanket. Get cozy, get more comfortable as possible, whether it's your seating or your clothing, or whether you're indoors or outdoors. Is it the weather? Are you going to be in the sun? Can you sit there for a while with your eyes closed and not get bothered? Take time in preparing your tea. Take time in silence. Take time in selecting your tea. What do you need for that day? Now, there are different colored teas for your chakras. This would be sacral, solar. I'm feeling more solar with the yellows. You can meditate on it, and you can meditate on the color that is produced, why that color is produced. You can meditate on the teas, the blends. You can be one with them. You can talk to them. As there, I got just entranced by staring at the rose petals with it's just so beautiful, this teapot. I'm so stoked. I've always wanted a glass teapot. Now I have one. I just busted it out today for the first time since I was gifted it, and I've gone to the bathroom a lot today because I've drank a lot of tea, my friends. Yes, indeed. So using different teas for your chakra is also another way to create a daily practice. What do you need that day? How do you want to start that day? At the end of the day, how do you want to close off your day? Maybe you started off with some solar teas, and now you want to end off, you've had a spicy day, and your energy's a little sporadic and you're not cool. Maybe you're near your moon time. I don't know. Maybe you might end off with maybe a solar, which would be really good. Just cracking out some chamomile tea. That's going to help bring you down. That's going to help relax you. Solar is also happiness. It's also a point of maybe finishing your day that way. Research the blends that you've chosen. You don't have to do it right away. Choose your teas instinctively. Or you can choose them by color. You can choose them by zodiac. My first class I had with my chakra therapist class, we all got to pick our own teas. It was out at this kind of like this spa studio, really cool yoga studio, and they had so many flavors of tea, and I wound up feeling citrusy that day. So our teacher, our master healer, was explaining, she's like, now look down into your tea. What color did you choose today? And mine was like orange, like bright orange. And I was needing some attraction. I was needing some of that sacral energy. I was needing some extra love in that time in life. I was healing, looking for what my gifts were, healing others, and I think I was overgiving, and I needed to just replenish too. I needed to attract some rejuvenation energies, if you will. So we wound up contemplating why that tea that we had picked, or did it pick us, is what we needed that day. Sometimes close your eyes and pick through your teas. I have so many blends of teas. Some are for moon, some are for different times of the month, different times of the day. Some are just for pure pleasure. And like this one, I'm enjoying just sitting and enjoying and watching the different colors take place. And I think I'm going to do an extra little heat up here. Not only you could use the different colors, chakra teas, if you want to use the colors for healing. So not only the medicinal uses of tea, of course, which is almost first and foremost next to magical uses, right? Spiritual uses and medicinal uses kind of come hand in hand. Some tea rituals you don't even have to speak. If you're with a friend, we sat in silence as we watched our teas change color. You can have teas for the seasons, for nature, for times of the year. I love my pine nettle tea more in the winter time, but I do love harvesting some in the fall, and then I can have it in my springtime as well. I don't really seem to crave it in the summertime. You can get some of the little baby ones. You can just eat them like that, but they're nice for tea. But I guess I crave more you think about winter more when you're in winter than you crave the summer and the winter, and you don't really crave the winters. Not a lot of us do. There's some of you snow bunnies and out there yeah, that love the winter. So not only seasons, zodiac, medicinal uses, you could use not only divination uses, that's so much fun. Tea divination, finding symbols, objects, or where they're on the cup, how they're placed on the cup, how they are together. You can create your own blends for protection, for love, for healing. No different than any other type of spell magic there is. Grounding magic of tea ritual is powerful. There's so many different levels of the tea that helps you out. From medicinal, spiritual, as I was saying, to the mental health, to taking time, even if it's for 5 minutes. If you can do longer, that's better. 5 minutes a day sitting in silence with your tea. If you can work yourself up to a longer time, if you have the time. Again, you don't have to drink the tea. Creating that scent map stimulates us in different ways before sipping, before bringing it in. You can stir in your intention if you want a bit of honey. You can stir in and manifest your desires into your tea. Like putting your energy into the water, changing the vibration of the water before you drink your tea. You want love in your life. Let's Reiki in lots of love into your cup before drinking it. The water loves it, and so will you. Before drinking your tea, you can create a scent map from the smelling of the tea at dry to when you do your first pour, to your second, your third pour, taking in everything. Holding your tea in your hand. Putting that energy of light in that ball. Those of you that are Reiki or water. Those of you that have great visualization, what can you put in there that you would like to drink? Take that in you. Now, different things you can make your teas with. Of course, moon water, sun water. Sun water has phases of the day. Moon water has phases of the month. River water, rain water. Rain water is so pure. Water that's been charged up by a storm and lightning. Even if you have a little vial of the water, pour that into. The energy is going to charge up your tea. Tea witchcraft is unique, is powerful, it's personal. Just like you. include a little bit of correspondences and look up the teas that you have in your cupboard. Put some blends together that maybe you've never thought of. Intuitively pick what you have. Maybe go to a tea store and say, I'm feeling I need a little bit of this. And just, they are there and educated. Go in feeling a little witchy. Go in feeling a little, I need some butterfly blue tea to sing a little bit better, to ask for that raise, to tell my boss that I'm doing a good job, to feel confident, to speak my confidence. So there's different colors, different things that we could do for ourselves. Well, thanks for my mom for the teapot. Thank you, Sarah, for this amazing teacup. And thank you, Jody, for being a part of this video and for this amazing tea blend for my solar chakra. Well, I hope you enjoyed this introductory tea ritual. Again, just sit with your tea, meditate, contemplate, just watch and see what happens and see how you feel. And you don't have to do anything else except sit and relax. Thanks so very much for chilling out with me today. And if you enjoyed this video, throw me down a little teacup emoji. And I shall see you on the next video.